Morning. Good morning. It's wonderful to see you all here, and thank you so much for assembling so rapidly. We had counted on you perhaps taking a little longer over the food, but we're ready to get going, and I'm delighted to see that you're so eager to begin your programs. In case you haven't had a chance to say hello to me, I'm Dr. Patricia Kamenicki. I'm the Dean of the College of Graduate Studies and also serving as Vice Provost for Graduate Affairs. And so it's my pleasure to welcome you here on this exciting orientation day as you start your programs. So to kick off our program today, I'm delighted to say that we have with us Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Scott Scarborough, and he's going to come and share his welcome with you as well. Provost Scarborough.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the University of Toledo. I am the provost of the university. This is a new position for me. I've been in the position for about 10 months. In the first meeting that I had after being appointed provost, I met with a group of students and I asked them the question, if you were provost, what would you do to improve the University of Toledo? And the answer that I got was, what's a provost? So you may be asking the same question. The provost is the chief operating officer of the main campus, the chief academic officer of the main campus. All of the colleges, the libraries, student affairs, the support systems on this campus report to the provost. So my job is very simple. It's to make sure that your educational experience is everything that you hope it to be. So that's my job, and it's, again, my privilege to welcome you to the University of Toledo. The thing that I remember most about my first day in my graduate program is just how nervous I was and wondering, do I have what it takes to get through this program? I assure you, if you're thinking that, you do. What I want to encourage you to do is simply to enjoy this experience. I want you to enjoy the faculty who are dedicated to making sure that your dreams come true for your life. I want to encourage you to enjoy each other, because what is so great about higher education is that there are people from all over the world with different backgrounds and experiences, with different dreams of what they would hope for from their life. And you get to work with them for the next several years to learn from one another and to learn different perspectives on the world. When you look back on this period of time in your life, it'll be one of the most gratifying times in your life. As we move forward as a university, I want to inform you that the university does have plans to maintain this university, to keep it strong, to again make sure that this is a student-centered university and one that's working diligently to make sure that your education is of the highest quality. All of the people here are dedicated to making sure, again, that your experience is top-notch. Later on today, we will welcome 500 people who are interested in our Honors College at the University of Toledo. Later on today, we'll welcome yet another group of adult students who are coming back to school after having worked in the workforce and raising families. I share that with you just to let you know again that this is a diverse university. We serve students of all different types. And you as a graduate student are really in kind of a unique position because you are both a student and you're also, during your graduate experience, most likely also going to be a teacher. We will, in many of your programs, put undergraduate students in your care for a period of time. And that's a wonderful time to allow you to give back what higher education has given to you. People often ask me, why did you get into higher education? The answer is simple. I believe that higher education is the single most important thing a person can do to help make their dreams come true. That's what we really are. We are people who work to help make your dreams and the dreams of other students come true. Higher education lifted my family out of poverty. Higher education gave me my first great job. Higher education gave me a chance to come back and to work at a university in order to give back the so many things that it gave to me. So this is a great day. The beginning of a new academic year is an exciting time. And again, I welcome you to the University of Toledo. Again, more academic programs than almost any public university in the country. experiential learning that is second to none. Many of your programs will include internships and co-ops and study abroad and advanced simulations and clinical rotations and all different types of experiential learning. I encourage you to take advantage of all of those opportunities and get the most that you can out of these next few years of your life. In many ways, I'm envious of you and the beginning of your journey. And again, we stand ready to help you in any way possible these next few years. So again, welcome to the University of Toledo, and I look forward to getting to know you better. Thank you.
And thanks so much to the provost. You've heard what a busy day he has, so I'm delighted he was able to take a few minutes with us. And I'm not even sure he mentioned, but there's also new faculty orientation today. So this is a really hot day for exciting things. So we have an outstanding program planned for you today. And we hope that everything that we've set up here this morning is going to assist you as you embark on your graduate studies here at the University of Toledo. These sessions are really designed to help you learn about strategies that will then help you to succeed as you make that paradigm shift from undergraduate studies to graduate studies. Being an undergraduate is really different than being a graduate student, and some of you may already know that. Some of you may already have some graduate degrees under your belt, and so you may know very well of what I'm speaking. And so today, we're really looking at you as students who are starting to embark on a journey, your journey to become a professional, to become a scholar, to become someone who is going to be hopefully distinguished in your field, and it's a really exciting step that you're taking today. Provost Scarborough mentioned that he had come from humble beginnings and education changed his life. I'm happy to say I had the opportunity to have a wonderful education as well, and I've been here a bit longer than he has. I've been in the University of Toledo family since 1980, and during that time I've been a professor of biology, a chair of the Department of Biological Sciences, and that was almost 10 years. I've been an associate dean in the former College of Arts and Sciences, and it's been my great pleasure to serve as the graduate dean since January of 2009. And so over those years that I was full-time faculty, I was mentoring master's and doctoral students. I was teaching them. I was also mentoring undergraduate students. And so I think I have a real sense of what you're going to be embarking on. As I say, I come from the biological sciences, but a lot of the same themes that you're going to hear today will transcend the disciplinary area. The ways to be a good graduate student, there's some good approaches to take that will help you to succeed. So I thought I'd just take a few moments at the outset today to give you a little bit of common background so you would really appreciate the richness of the academic community that you're joining as you come to UT and start your graduate studies here. And so here we go, just a few bits to tell you about the graduate programs. First of all, you should know, as evidenced by the provost's visit with us this morning, graduate and professional programs are highly valued at the University of Toledo. In the strategic directions document that was written a couple of years ago, we are goal 2 out of 6 goals. And the first major bullet on that says our graduate programs will be, and professional academic programs will be regionally relevant, nationally distinguished, and highly ranked. And so that's a goal that we've set for ourselves, and each year we come closer and closer to making more impact in all of these areas. And you'll be part of that. In addition, Goal 2 says these programs at UT will be known for high quality while maintaining accessibility, affordability, and engagement, and that STEM, that science, technology, engineering, and mathematics and medicine, as well as professional programs, will have high visibility. And that's because of the nature of the directions document for the University of Toledo, which is really structured in a way to make us the relevant university. As you heard the provost mention, experiential learning, and many of our graduate programs will have very active experiential activities, whether it's in the classroom or in a clinic, and so that you know exactly what we're talking about. So College of Graduate Studies, mouthful, so we just say COGS. Okay? So the organization of COGS, there is a very broad breadth of programs here, and So we have one graduate college, but in fact they're on two campuses. So we have the main campus where you are today, and then the health science campus just a couple miles to the south. And we have offices to assist you on both campuses. So no matter where you are in your program, you have either people in University Hall, 3240, or people in the Mulford Library, 117, to assist you, as well as just sending us emails or calling us. One graduate dean for all the programs, and one graduate faculty. We have about 800 or so graduate faculty in any given year, and these are people that are truly dedicated to helping you succeed. They will mentor you, they will teach you, they will advise you, they will become your friends in many cases. They'll be the ones that help you start on your next step, whether it's to pursue additional graduate studies or to go into the workforce right after you complete your degree, whichever is appropriate. We have a graduate council. This is an elected body of the graduate faculty, and they have a constitution and bylaws, and they're the ones that are the keeper of the graduate curriculum. And so the programs that you're studying have all been vetted by a very competent group of people who are making sure that your curriculum will be really good, and then your colleges are making sure that everything is up to date and highly relevant for you, and many of our programs are accredited, and so they're meeting national accreditation standards. There is one graduate student association, although there are many smaller groups that represent specific factions on campus. So whether it's the law students, the engineering students, or the health science, biomedical students, but they all come together under the Graduate Student Association, and you'll hear more from the president of the GSA a little later. So in terms of the graduate programs, you heard the provost mention we have a wide variety of programs. He meant both undergraduate and graduate. But in terms of the graduate programs, we have 40 doctoral programs and 128 at the last count master's programs. And these also include not just research programs, which many of you are pursuing, but we also have a very strong presence in the professional doctorate and master's areas. So we have 7 professional doctorates shown here as the JD, MD, PharmD, Doctor of Physical Therapy, Occupational Therapy Doctorate, Doctor of Nursing Practice, and Doctorate of Education. And some of you may be pursuing those programs. And in addition, we have 10 professional master's programs, summarized here as the Executive MBA, the MBA, and I know we have lots of MBA students, Master of Music Education, Music Performance, Master of Public Administration, Master of Public Health, Master of Science in Accounting, Master of Science in Nursing, Master of Social Work, and Education Specialist. And so presumably there are 1 or 2 of you in those programs as well. So in terms of the overview, 2 campuses, 12 colleges, okay, that have graduate programs. There are more colleges than that, but not some of them are strictly undergraduate colleges, and about 170 graduate programs. And just to show you the vitality of this, we awarded 1,677 graduate degrees during the last, since last summer till this summer. And so that was about 1,000 master's degrees, 100 doctoral degrees, 452 first professional, 17 education specialists, and another 75 graduate certificates. And so this is a typical number. We typically have between about 1,200 and 1,700 degrees in any given year, so that you are going to be guided by people that are very familiar with how to work with graduate students and to assist graduate students and to get you excited about your work as you go forward. And so just a few quick facts just to give you another sense of who's in this graduate community. We have some stats from last fall. I won't have the ones for this fall until about halfway through the term. So last fall we had 4,624 graduate students. Some of those students are following doctoral programs, some masters, some certificates. Some are just coming back to graduate school for interest. So we have a wide variety of people here at any given time. About 1,000 of those students will be graduate assistants, and so they could be funded by research grants or funded by a teaching assistantship, or perhaps working in one of the offices on campus as an administrative assistant. We have a diverse graduate population, about 62% white or Caucasian, about 29% ethnic minority, and that does include the international population, the way UT tracks the statistics, and about 9% undeclared. Gender has skewed this way for quite a while, about 55% female, 45% male. This has been the number since I've been graduate dean, and so this has been holding pretty steady. So pretty equal parity on the gender. In terms of load, we range between about 60 to 63% or so as full-time. I noticed a little dip for last fall. But the part-time students typically reflect those that are working professionals. They may have full-time jobs, but they're coming back to graduate school to get those extra credentials that are really going to assist them in their careers. And so there may be an increase in that just simply because of the economy and what we're dealing with in the States today. Residency skewed heavily in-state, so about 74% in-state, 11% out, and about 14% international. And again, that international number has been pretty steady over the past 5 years, and so we have a strong cohort. The numbers are not equally distributed in all colleges. Some colleges skew more to domestic students just by the nature of the discipline, and some skew more internationally. And our numbers are in line with the national norms for the disciplinary areas. So these are some smiling faces from last year's orientation. So if you see someone running around with an iPhone at some point later on, you could be up here next year. So please smile and look as though you're having a really good time, because we're having a good time having you here. So we have about roughly 4,700 graduate students by the numbers I just saw this Monday enrolled as graduate students or professional students for this fall. So I'm very excited about the healthy enrollment in our graduate students, and you're going to then be part of a vibrant learning community of scholars and professionals, so that if we're bringing in about 1,000 students on the two campuses over today and tomorrow as new graduate students, you can see that the rest of the students are continuing students, and they will also be playing an important role in your graduate education. They'll be assisting you and mentoring you along the way, and it's really important to make those connections, because really students that have been in your program for a year longer than you have will be happy to assist you, because they remember when they were first-year students. And so don't hesitate. Don't be shy to ask for help. We really expect to have this as a community. As I mentioned, today's orientation program on this campus is for main campus students, and the programs on the colleges, the 8 colleges on this campus. And then tomorrow on the health science campus, there'll be another set of orientation programs for the students that are matriculating in the colleges of medicine, life sciences, pharmacy and pharmaceutical sciences, nursing, and then the physical therapy and occupational therapy doctoral students in the health science college. So today, this is for us. So you've seen the pictures from last year, you've looked around the room, but I thought we might take just a little moment to sort of get a sense on who everybody is in the room. And so I'd appreciate your cooperation as I ask you to stand when the name of your college is mentioned, and I'll just give you a few words about the college and the students in the college. So hang in there and look around and enjoy this. So we'll start with the students in the College of Business and Innovation. Would you please rise? Come on, you got to be the first. Somebody has to be first. Great, great. So you probably already know that you're seeking your graduate degrees from a college that is AACSB accredited. And in case you didn't realize, only 5% of the B schools across the world, and there are like maybe 2,000, are accredited by this agency. So you are getting a really strong education, and in fact, the UT MBA program has been recognized for the past 6 years by the Princeton Review as one of the top 200 in the USA. And this past spring again, the U.S. News and World Report recognized the online MBA as one of the top 50 in the nation. So how many of you are MBA? A whole bunch? Yeah, that's the big cohort, and so welcome to all of you. Thanks, and you can have your seats now. Your work is done. And how about the students from the College of Engineering? I hope we have a few here today. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I think there are close to 60, as I recall. And so you all probably are well aware that you're seeking your degrees from an ABET-accredited college, and maybe you didn't know that the graduate programs have been recognized by the Princeton Review as being 18th in the nation. Okay, all the engineering colleges across the nation, and our engineering graduate program has been recognized as 18th in the nation. And in an interesting twist, that same U.S. News and World Report that came out last spring recognizing the business online programs with being top 50, the engineering online Master's of Science degree has been recognized as 18th in the nation. So you are in good hands. Lots of excellent research is coming out of there. Some of you are going to be in the pioneers of nanotechnology and cybersecurity, mechanical, civil, bioengineering. We have biomedical graduate students in a joint program with the College of Medicine. So welcome to all of you. Thanks. Now, until last spring, we had a very large college on this campus that was called the Judith Herb College of Education, Health Science, and Human Service. However, in about March, that group split into 3 distinct colleges, and I'd like to ask the students in each of the new colleges to stand as I call out the name. And maybe you haven't caught up with that yet, so I'll try to mention some of the programs that are in that college so that I won't miss anybody. So let's start with the students in the college that retained the name of the donor, Judith Herb, College of Education. So if all those students would stand, please. Great, great. Nice to see you all here. So again, your college has accreditation from NCATE, and your faculty are truly actively engaged in dealing with the and engaged with working with the Northwest Ohio community of teachers, ranging from PK and elementary through middle school, through secondary school. And in particular, I'd like to make a special welcome to our 12 Woodrow Wilson Fellows who are here in the LAMP program in math and science education. So if you want to give a little wave, I know there's some here and a few more in the back. So welcome. I know you had your orientation yesterday, and good luck as you start on your intense program this year. Thanks to all of you. How about the students in the College of Health Sciences? Hopefully you know, are there any students, the speech language pathology folks? Are you here? Okay, yeah, there you are. Okay. So there are about 75 new students in the College of Health Sciences. However, the OT and PT students are going through the orientation on the Health Science campus tomorrow. So we're welcoming the speech language pathology students, school health, health education, recreation and leisure studies, and exercise science graduate students. Many of these programs are accredited, and maybe we can have the speech language pathology folks raise your hands. There are about 40 of you. So I think you're one of the biggest cohorts in the same program coming in this year. So welcome and good luck with your program to all of you. Thank you. And the third recently established college from the former Judith Herb Large College is the College of Social Justice and Human Service. And so I'm not sure if people are going to know who you are. So you're seeking degrees from a nationally accredited program as well. So we're talking now about counselor education. Do we have counselor ed people here? School psychology, higher ed. Even though you hear education, you're not in the College of Education. It's a crazy distinction, but it works really well. So welcome to all of you. I might just mention in terms of a point of pride that Masters of Social Work and Criminal Justice folks, you're in this college too, okay? All right. If there's anyone else who thought they were in the Judith Herb College of Education, Health Science, and Human Service, you're probably in this college, okay, due to the recent reorganization. Okay, great. So just as a point of pride here, I can call out the counselor education graduate programs. They're consistently ranked in the top 10 in the nation. Which is pretty amazing. And the doctoral students from Counselor Ed and School Psychology go to annual meetings by the American Counselor Association, and every year they come back with top awards and prizes from their program. So thanks to all of you, and for those of you that are truly embracing the UT mission to improve the human condition, being in this college, social justice and human service. So thank you all. How about the students in the College of Languages, Literature, and Social Sciences? A few of you here today? Great, great. I didn't expect so many. That's wonderful. So you're the graduate students in the social sciences and humanities, and you're part of the college that really is quite diverse and spans from graduate degrees in English and history through the doctoral programs in clinical psychology and spatially integrated social sciences and accredited programs in public administration as well. Just as a couple of notes, I might mention that last spring, 6 of the master's students in our program here went out to California for the International Steinbeck Conference, and we were told that their papers that were presented there were top-notch, and the person who had organized the program said that the UT students were recognized in a way that nobody had anticipated, and it's due to, in no small measure, to a faculty member named Tom Barton, who is a Steinbeck scholar, who I think probably encouraged all those students. But anyway, thanks to all of you. I might mention, too, that the doctoral programs in clinical psychology, it's an accredited program by the APA, but both the clinical and the experimental psychology students are getting amazing recognitions at the national level and getting placements in federal agencies and working in state agencies, and truly terrific opportunities are available in that college. So welcome to all of you. Now it's the turn for the College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics. There should be a few of you here today. I think there are about 60 or so new graduate students. There we go. Great. So your college has kind of a different mission. It's my home college. I'm from biosciences, and so it's biosciences, chemistry, math, physics and astronomy, and environmental sciences. And many of the faculty in that college, by nature of their disciplinary areas, are funded by federal agencies, the NIH, the NSF, and other agencies to provide funding for you in your graduate programs. And so some of you may be RAs starting right out, which means you'll have an opportunity to dive right into your scholarly research. And I will say the expectations are really high for students in this college to attend the annual meetings in their disciplinary areas. And this is a place where the GSA can assist you, and I'm sure you'll hear more about that program shortly. I might just note that last summer there were 8 doctoral students from biosciences from 4 different labs that went out to UCLA for an international conference, and they all presented papers. And so I hope you see the bar is getting set really high, and don't hesitate to apply for your own fellowships because that'll give you a chance to really have control of your graduate program. So well, thanks very much, and you can be seated. And I think I've covered everybody except the college, the new College of Communication and the Arts. And it's possible that there are 2 students in Masters of Music Performance program here today. Any chance that they're here? They may be doing, all right. Welcome. Thank you for representing the college. And you'll actually be in, it's a small graduate program, but select, so welcome. And there's also a program, a Masters of Music Education, and that you will be in classes with those students as well. And then in terms of the graduate cohort, there will be students doing graduate certificates. So special welcome to you, and let's give ourselves a round of applause for all our new students. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Did I miss a college? Everybody okay? Everyone have a chance to stand? I'm sure you were thrilled that you were able to participate. Well, what I really wanted to have you understand as you looked around the room and we were doing that exercise was really to notice the diversity of our student population. And I truly believe this is one of the strengths of our graduate program. We have, men and women, people from all around the world, a really diverse population reflecting multiple disciplinary areas. And this gives us real strength. And I talked a lot about disciplines today, but you should also remember you can work outside your disciplines. So some of you are full-time, some of you are part-time, some of you are working professionals, and I don't suppose any of our graduate students in the online programs are here today. We have 8 degrees that are fully online. Anyone here today from that? No? Okay. So you all have a common goal. No matter what your background, no matter what your program, your common goal is to strive to learn more about your specialty area, to become an accomplished professional ready to make contributions to improve the human condition, which is our mission here at the University of Toledo. As you're going on your way, just a few resources to know about. The COGS website, you've all used it already to apply here, but now that you're a current student, be sure to check out the news and events. All the degrees have program information on our website. We have the graduate student handbook, deadlines. You don't have to worry about graduation information quite yet, but there will come a time. And Graduate Student Association link is there. And also we have professional development programs throughout the year. And so please take a look at those and see if there are any that pertain to you as you start off. They might become more relevant when you're a little further in your program of study. And so you've all found that website before. So lastly, just a few comments about how to succeed in graduate school. You're going to get a lot of tips from other sessions all morning, so I'm just going to say a few right at this point, and that is Be sure to establish a productive relationship with your research mentor. That is absolutely critical to success in graduate school, and we know this is so important. We have a whole general session after the breakouts that are going to be addressing that. Dr. Bjorkman will be here to talk to you about that. So that's really, really important. You are in charge of your own graduate career. Don't count on your advisor to be up to date on everything. You're going to be the one that drives it. You're going to be the one that knows the program requirements and says to your advisor, oh, no, I have to do this by this date, or I have to get my plan of study in by the end of the spring semester. And they might be a little more casual and say, oh, it's not so important. But trust me, we put those deadlines on the website for a reason, and they're to help you as you navigate your process and to protect you as well. So please know your program requirements and please meet them so that you can graduate when you want to. And I hope that you stay passionate about your research. I mean, there's not a day goes by that I don't read a paper still, even though I'm sitting mostly in the graduate dean office. I'm still reading all about parasites and tropical diseases and all kinds of worms that I won't bore you about. But stay passionate, and then as you're staying passionate, network with everybody. Colleagues in your programs, colleagues across the college, colleagues in other colleges. When you go to meetings, don't hesitate to walk up to someone, introduce yourself, and say, I thought your paper was really interesting. Maybe we could talk a little bit more about it. It's a good thing to do. It helps you in your professional development, and really, you'll be amazed how that comes back to assist you. So again, meet your requirements. It's your responsibility, and I know that you're all up to that task. And as you're going through your programs, it is critical to maintain the highest level of professional standards. And so we have 2 sessions today that are going to address that. Dr. Pocat's talk will be in a few minutes on academic integrity, and then our Vice President for Research, Dr. Jim Tremp, will also be presenting a very important presentation about responsible conduct in research. And I know I've run over time a little bit, so we probably don't have time for too many questions, but I'd be happy to take 1 or 2 if there are any at this point. My guess is you're probably anxious to hear our next speaker, and I completely understand that. So thank you for your attention, and let me introduce, it's my great pleasure to introduce our next speaker. So Ahmad, we can take mine down. Ahmad? Hi, we can take mine down and we can pop up Aaron's. Okay, yeah. So I'd like to invite Mr. Aaron Shaw to come forward. Aaron has just completed his master's in exercise science and is just starting his physician assistant or PA program. It's a master's program in our College of Medicine and Life Sciences. He's the current president of the Graduate Student Association and former vice president of the GSA, so he's very experienced and has lots of great tips to tell you. So it's my pleasure to turn the front of the room over to him. Aaron.
Thank you. Thanks. Thanks, Dr. Komanicki. She's one of the biggest advocates for graduate education that I know, and we're lucky to have you as a dean. So, in transition, on behalf of the Graduate Student Association, we'd like to welcome you to the University of Toledo, and I want to make sure that you rest assured that this is, you have chosen the right university for your graduate education. To further your education and to increase your opportunities for future career choices. My name, again, is Aaron Shaw. I'm the president of the Graduate Student Association. Graduate students have a huge impact on our nation and also at UT. So by the year 2020, the Bureau of Labor Statistics estimates that jobs requiring advanced degrees will increase by about 2.5 million. There will be an 18% increase in jobs requiring a master's degree and a 17% increase in jobs requiring a doctoral degree. Here at UT, it's been previously calculated that UT graduate assistants have an average return on investment of over $121,000. And then recently, $500,000 was invested to fund 37 new graduate assistant positions. And the average return on investment for those will be about $4.5 million. Graduate students at the University of Toledo make up about 4,700. And undergraduate student population is around 17,800. The university was founded in 1872, and now we have 128 master's programs and 40 doctoral and first professional degrees. So the Graduate Student Association is within the College of Graduate Studies, and we represent all of the colleges. We have representation and the associated student groups here. The leadership for this year, myself on the left-hand side, Jolyn Laux will be the vice president, Stephen Prunier is the treasurer, Joe Vertiska is the main campus secretary, and then Jill Brown will be the health science campus secretary and communications specialist. So the GSA is made up of all graduate students. Each spring, new graduate students are elected to be officers. And the General Assembly is composed of members that make up 4 different subcategories. We have Travel Reimbursement Committee. The next one is Social Events Committee, Professional Development Committee, and Public Relations Committee. And all of those committees are also composed of members of the General Assembly. So how do we serve graduate students? We serve them academically, professionally, and socially. So academically, we have a position on several advisory boards, the University Council, Graduate Council, and several committees within higher administration. So we have a good opportunity to advocate for graduate education. Socially, last year we had a food drive that raised over 700 pounds of food for the Cherry Street Mission. And then we also co-hosted with the Student Bar Association a 5K charity run to benefit the Family House. This year we have a graduate student picnic. It's August 23rd. It's at Secor Metro Park, or Swan Creek Metro Park. And then some of our most popular programs are the Travel Reimbursement Program and the Research Awards Program. The Travel Reimbursement Program, last year we funded over 100 students to attend national and international conferences, and that equated to over $20,000 in aid to help you to go to those conferences. Research Awards, we gave out 10 research awards last year to fund cutting-edge research, and that equated to about $16,000 in funding for the graduate students. We also got invited to go to Duke University. It's a national conference put on by the National Association of Graduate and Professional Students, and we won the New Graduate Organization of the Year Award and also Friends of Graduate Students Award. Each year we have what is called the Midwest Graduate Research Symposium, and throughout the year you'll learn more about that. The one this year, actually it will be next spring, it's March 29th, and there's a nationally recognized keynote speaker. There's over 65 plus universities that are invited from the Midwest and Eastern United States. And it's a great networking opportunity to meet other graduate students from different universities. And then last year we had over 200 presenters at the Midwest Graduate Research Symposium, and that represented 26 universities from the Midwest and Eastern United States and over 25 separate University of Toledo departments. So the GSA is looking for new leaders, and our success is dependent on the ability to attract new good leaders. So I would encourage you to apply. Go to the University, the Graduate Student Association website. It's utoledogsa.com, and apply to be a representative of your college. If you have any questions about it, feel free to ask me. And then we have monthly meetings. It's the third Thursday of every month, starting September 19th, and it's a good opportunity to learn what's going on in the university and advocate for graduate students.